At the end of the Minnesota Timberwolves' season-ending loss in Game 5 to the Denver Nuggets, Anthony Edwards would swing a chair. What exactly occurred is a point of dispute. If we slow down the original video, Edwards is frustrated, picks up the folding chair. On the left-hand side is a member of security who would accuse the T-Wolves star of making contact. Edwards is currently facing multiple charges. Local police said the alleged injuries to a pair of female employees are not serious. Edwards, 21, is the face of the franchise along with fellow star Karl Anthony Towns. After a hard-fought series, the incident went down. Via DenverSports.com, the cops were called after Edwards allegedly struck a security guard in the back area. Then he is alleged to have struck a second worker. The pair of employees then filed charges against him. The Timberwolves' team bus would be reportedly held up by local police. His penalties for allegedly doing such a thing could be 18 months in jail and a fine that could reach $1,000. Harvey Steinberg, who is Edwards' attorney, would release the following statement. With the game over, Anthony's exit from the court was partially obstructed by a chair which he moved and set down 3 steps later. As video of the incident confirms, Anthony did not swing the chair at anyone and, of course, did not intend to hurt anyone. Anthony intends to vigorously defend against these baseless charges. Per the Star Tribune, a local paper in the state of Minnesota, the Star is set to be in court in the Mile High City on June 9th. In Colorado, third-degree assault is listed as a Class 1 misdemeanor. In team exit interviews, head coach Chris Finch and team prez Tim Connolly declined comment. Edwards did not meet the media. Ant is eligible for an extension that could see him hit a $200 million contract for Minnesota. Considering his skill set, they believe he is certainly worth the money. For Steinberg, he has a history in sports. Longtime writer Mike Kliss wrote in the Denver Post of his past. He got former NFL linebacker Bill Romanowski and his wife Julie off when there were 12 pending charges against them. Former Broncos wideout and current podcast host Brandon Marshall employed Steinberg when battery charges surfaced against him. He would convince an Atlanta jury of the Pro Bowler's innocence. He also represented former NFL tight end Kellen Winslow Jr., along with fellow football players, ex-Bronco Elvis Dumervil, who was arrested in 2012 over a road rage incident in Miami. Steinberg would dispute firsthand accounts. He would also get exonerations for former NFL cornerback Parrish Cox, longtime NFL kicker Matt Prater, former Denver Nugget Ty Lawson, former Raider, Raven, and Cowboy Rolando McClain, and 6-year NFL pro running back Travis Henry. I am not afraid to lose a case, Steinberg would say. When you're afraid to lose a case, you don't do your job. I believe that we have to keep the system honest and that everyone charged with a crime is treated fairly and honestly within that system. That includes a thorough investigation and that the police play by the rules. The big lead would refer to an Associated Press article on Steinberg and his drive as a prominent attorney. Steinberg said his healthy disrespect and disdain for authority was instilled in him as a young boy. I've never talked about it, but I'll talk to you because I'm so old now, I might as well get going. Both of my parents are Holocaust survivors. My father was liberated from a camp in Germany called Buchenwald, and he was liberated by an all-black battalion, and he had nothing left. I mean, literally didn't even have a shirt on his back because it was, well, what the Nazis gave, which was not a shirt. His entire family had been killed.